So last week, as you all know, the FBI received information and developed information that the victim, Mr. Valladares, was at that location, and he was being guarded by a female adult suspect, and a juvenile female was also in the house. That morning, a little bit after 3:30 a.m., the FBI SWAT team arrived at the location. They had an operational plan, and shortly after 3:30 a.m., they started executing a rescue attempt of Mr. Valladares. Now, once the FBI started making the entry, two agents were at the back of the house where the victim, the kidnapping victim, was believed to be. They started breaching the window to the room where the victim was located with one agent with a breaching tool, a breaching bar that was actually trying to break into the window so they can get inside. It's important for the community to know that the lighting conditions inside that room, it was dark. There was no lighting inside the room. The agents in the back of the house that were actually breaching that window did not use any lights because they were concerned that as the entry team came in through the front of the house, they wanted to make sure that they did not inadvertently blind that entry team. So they made a tactical decision not to use lights. So the lighting conditions were extremely poor at this time, a little after 3:30 a.m. As the one agent was breaching the window, unfortunately, he lost control of the breaching tool and it fell inside the resident. At that point, the agent that actually ended up discharging his M4 rifle started using his rifle to try to continue to breach the window. Tragically and sadly, Mr. Valladares was right by that window, and he was bound, and obviously with his hands in front of him, taped and not able to see in the dark himself. He actually grabbed the rifles, what our investigation is showing so far, and started to pull at the rifle. We don't know why. If I had to speculate, it would be he's trying to get out of that room. I don't know for sure because flashbangs were actually deployed by the FBI during the rescue attempt. While he was pulling on it and the agent was trying to control the rifle, at one point the agent felt like he was going to lose control of his rifle. The M4 would end up inside the residence, not knowing who was pulling at that rifle, and was in fear that if he lost control of his rifle, the individual pulling on the rifle may use that rifle weapon against the entry team that was coming in from the other end. When he felt he was starting to lose control, he intentionally discharged his rifle, striking Mr. Valladares once. He fired a second shot that missed and actually ended up in the eaves of the rooftop. Sadly, it wasn't until after they made the entry that they realized that the person that had been pulling at the rifle was the decedent, Mr. Valladares. And again, it's a tragedy all the way around. And so again, I think our hearts go out to everybody. It's just very, very sad indeed. Once they made entry, they immediately got they got assistance, medical assistance, and tragically he ended up succumbing to his gunshot wound.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.